The Trump administration just decided to go after Don Lemon, an independent journalist. We know him from CNN and from other areas. He's very recognized. He was very famous. He had a fallout with CNN for comments he made, and then he was out. However, as an independent journalist, he has been very strong against the actions of ICE, CBP, and other parts of the government. He has been on the ground covering what's happening and reporting what's happening. According to him, and his side of the story, he was chasing a story and found out that a group of people were going to expose a pastor who was part of ICE, and he was some kind of supervisor in ICE in Minnesota. According to him, he chased the story, he contacted these people, and they asked him to join him on X day at X time. He went, and without his knowledge, he ended up in a church worship service in which the protesters exposed that the pastor was part of ICE. Obviously, the church did not like that. There was no violence. There was no attack. There was nobody injured. There was nothing. It was just people coming in, yelling and exposing the person. What Don Lemon did was to record and report. He tried to interview the main pastor who was there, who refused to talk to him. He kind of gave him kind of a half-ass interview that you can see over here.
Operation that is secret, that they invited folks out.
This is Operation Pull Up, more of a clandestine operation. We show up somewhere, they don't expect us to come there, and then we disrupt business as usual.
So right now it's kind of mayhem. We're not part of the activists, but we're here just reporting on them. Did they explain to you why they're here?
They did not.
They said that there is someone here in Easterwood, someone who is a member of ICE, and he's a pastor of the church.
Our church had gathered for worship, which we do every Sunday. We asked them to leave, and they obviously have not left.
So this is what the First Amendment is about the freedom to protest.
There's varying array of views in this church on politics of immigration. Recognize the complexity of the issue.
This shows you just how divided America is. When you look at the protesters here, and then you look at the people there who are praying, and you know what was the interesting thing? If these two groups could just get together, they might figure out what to do.
I don't necessarily agree with everything that's going on in the Twin Cities right now, but I don't think it's good to fight fire with fire. I think it's good to speak up. I think it's good to protest, but I think it's better to do it in a peaceful way.
Yeah, that was interesting to watch. This guy here, look, he's hugging his kid.
And then he left. That was it. The government did not like that. I think they did not like it, not just because of the worship part of it, but because they are protecting their minions. You can see in everything that has happened with ICE and CBP, the first thing they do is jump to the protection of their agents. They cannot be accused of any wrongdoing. We cannot know their names. We cannot know their badge numbers or functions. We need to shut the fuck up. Like they tell people, you don't need to worry about my name. So they went to protect them. And now they're condemning this action worse than they condemn the January 6th attacks on the Capitol. Or even worse, they have condemned other attacks by white nationalists against people of color. Or even worse than they condemn the murder of Alex Preddy and the murder of Renee Good. They didn't even have the balls to say, let's wait for an investigation. From day one, they destroyed every shred of reputation these people had. They attacked the reputation of these people before they even knew who they really were. But when it came to exposing an ICE agent, all bets are off. 5 days ago, a federal judge refused to press charges against him and against 5 other people. However, the DOJ found a way to make him stick. So now they're saying that he violated the FACE Act. And if you don't know what the FACE Act says, the FACE Act says that it protects houses of worship as well as reproductive clinics and things of that nature by making it illegal to use force, threats of force, or physical obstruction to injure, intimidate, or interfere with anyone exercising their right to religious freedom at a place of worship. They're saying that he violated their right to exercise their worship because they went in protest. Even if that was true, he is a journalist. that chased the story and reported on it. What the government is saying is very loud and clear, and we need to understand it. What he said is, if you're reporting and we don't like what you're reporting, we're going to put you in prison. The same way that they have done with CBS, with ABC, with 60 Minutes, with BBC. We don't like your report, so we're going to sue the shit out of you. Now we escalated. Now as we don't like what you report, so we're not going to sue you. We're going to throw you in prison. That is a message to everybody, including us in different social media platforms. If you end up in a situation in which you are reporting on a protest that they don't like, that they think you're out of line, you can be charged with this shit. You can be charged with anything they want. Because who's going to charge you? The DOJ. Who's going to prosecute you? The DOJ. And who's going to hear your case when you're opposed? The same DOJ that charged you. That has no integrity. That has no interest in trying to find justice or find the right way to do things. So this is a very clear message that we need to understand. And the message is, dictatorship is here. The First Amendment is a fucking joke. You will do what we say, or we'll put you in prison. And at the end of the day, who are you going to complain to? Welcome to what they used to call a banana republic, now being known the U.S. Banana Republic. I'm Alex. This is my rant, and I'm out.